Hey guys, Hazel Fernandez here. I am a visual artist and life coach, and more than that, I'm here to serve you. In this video, I'm going to share with you how I changed my belief in terms of how I am created to thrive as an artist and not struggle because I am working with God. And this book I bought it via Amazon, and I will link in the description below. Also, this is from Matt Tomey, and he mentions about that you and I are both created to thrive instead of struggling. So I am going to share with you a little bit of hopefully a short story of why I became an artist. So I've been through a lot of challenges since I came to Canada in terms of career paths to take. I was confused on what to take, right? And do I want to go for just money, or do I want to go after my own desires and what brings joy to my soul? Okay. And also, I went through a very difficult breakup. It was painful, and I lost businesses. I failed in many, many ways. When I went to school, I discovered that was not for me. And I just felt like, oh my God, I'm losing time, or sort of like I've wasted time. And so I came to a conclusion that what happened for me is not really against me. The breakdowns, the breakups, the heartaches, the failures, and the health issues are a wake up call, okay? A ton of wake up calls for me because I was so stubborn and I wasn't listening to God. I was overthinking a lot, and I was so like in my head, and I never felt my emotions for so long because I numbed it as well. And that's for another video. However, today I'm going to talk about how I changed my belief in terms of, the struggling artist. So 2020 and 2021 is tough for a lot of us around the world, especially for artists. And so if you're an artist, or if you look at yourself, or again, I am not wanting to put you in categories or boxes, but for the sake of discussion, if you're like a creative like me, and I was also diagnosed with ADHD back in 2011, that brought me in so much confusion. I did not know who I am anymore. I was so confused. It was like a split of who I thought I was when I was growing up. And now, fast forward 33 years old, diagnosed with something that I thought correct. However, there's so many layers that I have to unpack. So right now, last year, 2020 was tough for everybody, right? Because Corona came into our lives, and it really brought a lot of chaos and joy to a lot of people. Depending on which season you were at that time and currently. So I was so confused, and I was praying and asking God. I said, why am I into art? Like, I could not stop it. It was becoming like sort of a good addiction, and it's becoming a very expensive hobby, to be honest, because everything that I touch, it's like I really like when I like something, I really go for it, like with all my heart and soul and in every fiber of my being. In 2020, I was still like not really 100%, half of 2020. Then in October of 2020, I was rushed to the hospital, to the emergency room in the middle of COVID-19, because my hemoglobin count dropped from 120 to 55 or 56 or 58, somewhere there. It was really low. No wonder why I was fainting left and right. It was scary to think about it, and I was like alone sometimes. And also, I was just super tired, like no energy whatsoever. So it's sort of like my my life is it's kind of like I am just existing and not really living or thriving. So when I got to the hospital, stuck for 24 hours there, and I got three bags full of blood for my first ever. I was 42 at that time when I had my first blood transfusions. I was surrounded with people in agony, people in pain, crying, screaming in the emergency. It was like a small space where you were cramped and you were like in this small corner of the hospital. And I was in pain, and I was struggling, and I was all alone. I mean, not alone, but I have my doctors, I have the nurses and the patients around me, but I was alone with my own thoughts. And I started to pray, and I said, God, I have been disobedient, if you will, you've been calling and calling me to go after my creative pursuits, but my belief at that time was, I don't know how I'm going to make money in becoming an artist full time, right? So in that moment, I said to myself, screw it. If I'm going to be given a second chance to live and do whatever I want from the depths of my soul, then I wanted to become an artist. So this is where we are today. Now, I still have my own struggles, right? Because, when you're building a business, it takes time. But the more I cling onto God, the more I seek His presence, the more I study His Word, and how I feel joyful right now, how I feel abundant, even if I am still not reaching my monthly goals in terms of my art sales. It doesn't matter, because right now I am just super grateful to be talking to you. And whoever, if you are watching this, if you're a new artist or a beginner, please hit like and subscribe before we move on. But again, it's sort of like God has given me a new vision for a new me, a new future, a new mission. Because again, in the past 5 years or so, I started a coaching business, and it led me to burnout. Okay, my vision was very hazy at the time, but this time my vision is clear. I know where to go, and I'm building and creating a blueprint where I can follow and plug and repeat, and also I can share this with every creative human being who is probably in pain right now. Because the reason why I'm passionate about sharing how I became an artist is because when I was struggling and fighting against panic attacks, anxiety, and depression back in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020 was sort of like I was coming out of it, right? The past 4 years was I feel like the most difficult times of my life in terms of my health also. And so when I met Matt Tomey, and I joined his mindset makeover for artists, especially back in April, I'm not sure, somewhere here in 2021, I bought his books. I got Creativity According to His Kingdom, and then Created to Thrive. So the reason why I am sharing this with you is that a lot of adults, especially women, I can only talk about women for now, because that's the demographic, that's the people I I sort of know and talk to thousands of women since I started blogging online. And so, and again, when I started blogging, I just wanted to encourage other people because I needed that encouragement for myself. Okay, so I founded positivechick.com and became a certified life coach. And then it led me to burning out, like completely burnout. So when I am rebuilding my whole thing right now, my life, everything, okay? So, but this is in a place where I feel abundant already. I feel joy already. I feel excited already, regardless of where I am in my business, regardless of how much money I have in the bank. Because when you believe that you are a child of God, a daughter or a son of God, okay, you are already connected to the gazillion dollars that God, the whole earth, okay? So for me, when I changed that old belief that I have to be poor or I had this poor mindset because, or scarcity mindset, because I had traumatic experiences with money when I was a little child. I was born in a middle class family, and as a child, I saw a lot of money around me. But when I started growing up, I saw that my parents were unable to like steward their money accordingly, and they were taking advantage of a lot of people, right? Scammed, if you will, or they're just unaware, or whatever the case may be. I developed a belief that I will never be into money anymore. And we are still living on earth. So at the end of the day, we need money in order to sort of survive and or thrive. So the more I change my belief, the more I undo the wrongs of the past, the more I developed this resiliency. I developed my faith in God that no matter where I am today, He has been faithful to me from the very beginning of time up until where I am today. And the more I lose my ego, the more I lose my own selfish desires, and the more I fit into His plan for me, his amazing plan for me, the more I feel whole. Okay? Now, this is the reason why this is an amazing book. It helped me a lot. And again, I will do my very best to share nuggets of wisdom from this book. And I shout out to Matt Tomey for really helping me shift my perspective in terms of my abundant mindset, my prosperity mindset, and that I know that God will always provide for you and me when it comes to whatever creative pursuits you want to follow. And again, I wanted to serve a lot of artists, and how you can show up as who you are with all your weirdness, with all your quirks and everything else, imperfection, everything, right? With all the struggles and all that and challenges, because in your adversity and in your challenges and struggles, and you overcome that by the grace of God, that is when you are going to shine the most, because your story is changing, right? Your perspective has changed from, I am going to thrive, I am going to be provided, I am going to be blessed no matter where I am. Okay? So hit that like and subscribe button. If you like this video, let me know in the comment section below if you want me to talk more about this, because again, in this channel, I'm talking about my faith and how it helped me go through from every challenges that I've been, or obstacles that I have faced in my life. Art, because art God used art or creativity in order for me to heal inside out, right? Spiritual, emotional, physical, everything. And then financial too. What else? Travel, because I love to travel. I love to see other parts of the world and learn new culture and meet other people from around the world. I know I am a global citizen, even if I was born and raised in the Philippines, and now I am in Canada. I am a Canadian citizen here now, and I'm so happy to share my adventures with you guys. Okay, so with imperfection, like imperfect yet perfect for my life. You know what I mean? And then, and the reason why I wanted to share my creative side while teaching, it's such a beautiful marriage, to be honest with you. So like this video, comment below, let me know what takeaway you have gotten from this short video, if this is even called short. So, and continue watching the rest of the videos that I have uploaded, because it's part of who I am, and I'm growing, I'm unlearning the old ways and thriving as an artist, because I know that God brought me here, okay? And He wants me to share my testimony with you, regardless of how challenging life may be, okay? So hit that like button, subscribe, comment, share this with your friends, and I will teach you how to shift your mindset to become a thriving artist, if you will, a thriving human being, and you can also bless other people through your own creative and passionate pursuits. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye. See you in the next video.